Hi, my friends, welcome to my online channel again. Today we are going to do speaking. We are going to talk about how can students help conserve the environment. So no more writing today. We are going to speak because we have been writing this topic for I think for 2 or 3 times. So today I'm trying to give you 4 points about how to conserve the environment. And then you as a student, you have to choose 1 point which you think is the most relevant, okay, for a student to practice. Okay, so the topic is how can students help conserve the environment. So now let us start. I give you 4 points. So here the first point is say no to plastic bag. The second point is plant trees. The third point is recycling, practice recycling. And the last point is conserve electricity. So as I told you before, every time when we write or when we speak, okay, we have to give the points what and then followed by why or how. You have to explain and showing example. So now let me start giving you 4 points. These 4 points, okay? So now let us say no to plastic bag. Say no to plastic bag is the what. Okay, what you should do. Okay, what? Now we want to say why. The reason is non-biodegradable. So you have to explain how can it affect and how it can affect our environment. So you have to go one by one and tell people what, why, how. So the first one we say is say no to plastic bag. This is because plastic bags are non-biodegradable. Besides, animals, animals, more than one, animals can get suffocated if they become entangled with plastic bag. Entangled, E-N-T-A-N-G-L-E-D. Entangled means caught in, okay, with plastic bag. Why? How? You say this one. They will eventually die. In fact, plastic bag cause many marine life to die of starvation. So now we try to give an example. You tell already, plastic bag is non-biodegradable and it cause animal suffocated. Okay? And then now you give example. You say, especially the marine life. Many marine life die. Okay? So now we want to explain how it make the marine life die. So now we want to say, you give an example. I have seen a picture of a whale that died because of starvation. You can say that. Scientists dissected, D-I-S-S-E-C-T-E-D means scientists operate 就是have a surgery, a cut, okay, open, okay. The whale and found its belly filled with plastic. As it is non-biodegradable, the plastic occupies the whale's belly and thus reduced the feeling of hunger. Hence, the whale became weak and died. So, because the plastic are non-biodegradable, so once it's in the stomach, in the whale's stomach, in the marine creature's stomach, so it won't digest. So they will stuck there, caught in there, and then they won't feel hungry. So they don't eat food. Once they don't eat food, and then they will become weak, and finally they die. This is what I mean. Okay, so we can say that also the plastic can block their gastrointestinal tract, and so the plastic cannot be excreted. So this is what we try to tell people: say no to plastic bag. Then the second one is the point is plant more trees. Why we need to plant more trees? Do you think that plant tree is good? Everybody say, yeah, planting tree is good. So you have to tell people why planting tree is good. Why? Because you know that trees, once you have more trees, okay, trees will help to absorb the harmful carbon dioxide, right? The harmful carbon dioxide, and then it releases the oxygen we need. So if we plant more trees, this will be a win-win situation. Win-win situation means 双赢. Okay, situation. It means that, okay, you take care of the tree, and then the tree will provide you the oxygen, the fresh air that you need. So you will become healthier. Okay, so number 2, the second point I give is planting tree. Okay, then the third one is we say that we need to practice recycling. Okay, we need to practice recycling. So we can say that recycling is also good. So everybody said, practice recycle. What is that? What is recycling? Okay, so for example, we can give example how to practice recycling. Okay, recycling means that maybe, okay, once you practice the recycling, you will reduce the household waste, right? Once the household waste is reducing, so what happened to the landfill? We need less landfill, right? We need less landfill. Okay, so when we reduce household waste, we reduce landfills, which is good. Also, there will be less open burning, and there will be no burning of paper or other household waste. Because you practice recycling and you take all the paper to recycle already. Okay, you send to the recycle factory to recycle it. So no more burning of paper. You can save a lot of trees. Okay, and then what happened? So there will be no burning of paper and other household waste. So there will be less emission of carbon dioxide, and this will prevent the greenhouse effect. Why I say that? It will reduce the emission of carbon dioxide, because once you conduct open burning, okay, you conduct burning, okay, at the landfills, and then once you do the burning, and then it will release a lot of carbon dioxide, which will harm your health. So now we practice recycling, okay, reduce the household waste. That means that we reduce the landfills, and then we practice less open burning, and we are no more burning the paper, okay, or the household products. That means that, okay, once we reduce the burning, and then we will reduce the emission of carbon dioxide. Okay, correct or not? The amount of household. Okay, so once the less emission of carbon dioxide will prevent the greenhouse effects. So now it's very clear already. Now let us go. Apart from that, what can we do? We need to conserve electricity. Okay, so this is very easy. how to conserve the electricity. We can do this by switching off lights when we are not in the room and not to switch on the radio and television at the same time. Fans or air conditioner should be used only when it is really hot. Okay, so you provide the ways to save the electricity. So here I have been giving you 4 points about how to conserve the environment. So as a student, but now our focus is on how students can conserve the environment. So I only want you to choose 1 point from mine and you talk about that. Okay? I only want you to choose 1 point and you talk about that. Okay? Then afterwards you make your audio recordings, and then you forward me. Okay, of course, when you talk about that, for example, I talk so much to you, so you have to choose 1 point. For example, if you say that students should practice this say no to plastic, say no to plastic bag. Okay, you have to give the reason why. Okay, you have to say the reason why. If you say that students, you see that say no to plastic bag, say no to plastic bag is the best effort, okay, to students. Okay, so you have to give me example why. For example, I can give you an example. As a student, every day you need to carry many books, many bags. You need to carry a lot of things, sports shoes, your jerseys, everything to school. So you might need to use a few plastic bags. Plastic bags will be the easiest way for you to bring your things, okay? Because once you use it, you don't want to just dump it. Now you try to imagine. If you as a student, you say no to plastic bag. For instance, your school have 1,000 students. So every day, these 1,000 students, they say no to plastic bag. It means that every day we will reduce using 1,000 plastic bag. So you see, the effect is great, And then if the student practice say no to plastic bag, indirectly they will teach their parents they will plant the awareness of how to conserve the environment, the important to conserve the environment to their parents. And then they will also invite their parents to share to their parents, or encourage their parents not to use plastic bags. So you see, so this is very great. It's great. Okay, so I think this will be the best effort in conserving the environment. Don't you agree? So this is my opinions. So it's up to you what you want to say, but you don't copy mine. Okay, don't copy mine. You must provide me your own views or points. Understand? Okay, so you record for me. I need about, maybe you can span and talk about 2 minutes about this topic by giving me the points and showing me the examples. I only want 1 point. Okay, it's easy. Thank you. Goodbye. You have a nice day.